Hey guys, welcome to another episode, and today we have this Matebook D16. I really like this series of Huawei laptops in general. I haven't worked on D16 yet, and it features 12 Gen i5, 12450H I believe. And well, I know not everyone likes the stories at the beginning of the videos, but if you don't just, move a minute or two forward, but I'll say it anyway. So basically, I found an advert and someone was looking for a working motherboard for this laptop, because obviously this one is not working, and I answered them and asked if they could donate the motherboard for like spare parts for me, but they also said if I manage to fix it, I will send it back. And well, we started talking and they called me to discuss the details, and what I found out is that this laptop belongs to a young man, a teenager maybe, I don't know, I'm not sure. But his father told me that the son actually, not dropped the laptop, he actually threw it intentionally, so like in fury. So yeah, a temperamental young man, I would say. Well, I thought only my 2-year-old toddler does things like that, but obviously it's gonna be even worse. So let's find out. Anyway, that's the end of the story. Let's have a look at the laptop. So here it looks really nice, I would say, and the bottom, well, the bottom actually shows some symptoms. Not sure if you can see it. If I move it around, you can probably see the reflections like here, and it's like round shape, so it's like dent around the fan, I believe, and some other dents here. So yeah, it was hit quite hard, definitely, but I think it's not the worst part. I think the worst part is, so the screen looks okay, I think, maybe a little bit dirty, but should be fine. I mean, it looks, at least looks fine at first glance, but not sure if you can see that as well, but probably hard to show on the video. But basically this area here is like dent down, like it's more or less flat here, although I see some dents here as well, but here it's like a it's lower than the rest of the keyboard, and like visibly lower, so that's not a good sign. I mean, let's see. I mean, assuming the motherboard is faulty and assuming we can fix it, still I'm not sure if the keyboard will be alright, and that's a bummer, because it's not like you can just unscrew it and replace. Of course you can replace it most likely, but you have to remove those plastic bolts and then install the new keyboard and like glue it or bolt it again to the palm rest, or just replace the whole palm rest. Maybe it's even a better option if you can find one. But yeah, it's not optimal. And well, I have already opened the laptop at home just to have a look. So I removed all those screws. I have them in the bag inside. Oh, not sure if I can open it now. Let me get something to open it. Okay, so as I said, let's take the back cover away, and here are the screws from the back cover, so let's keep it, definitely. But yeah, I just had a look, but I haven't done anything else. I don't have the tools at home, so let's get a multimeter. Well, first let's remove the heatsink, because there are CPU phases here, and yeah, I mean, given that the laptop was thrown like this, and I can already see like a dent here as well, I'm afraid that something may have happened to the like BGA under the CPU or something. So yeah, that's very likely fault. Yeah, let's see. I don't want to speculate. Let's do some measurements and see what's going on. Alright, let's turn the multimeter on in the resistance mode, of course. And as you can see, I have removed the heatsink. Battery is disconnected, and it was like this. It came like this when I opened it originally. Let's check resistance to ground. Let's say on a capacitor maybe. This is not the ground. This side then. 0.3 of an ohm as usual, but always better to check. So first let's check the CPU or the phases near the CPU. Is there anything else here? We'll find out later, but let's see if there's any short here. 38 ohms, that's quite high, I would say, but it's probably great news. 38, is it the same here? Oh, here we have 9.5 of an ohm. The same. Okay, so we have three phases for what I believe is the CPU, and then two phases for something else, maybe the PCH or GPU, I don't know. And here's one phase, not sure what that is. That's quite high as well, 350 ohms. Yeah, so that's fine. So the CPU is looking good so far, and we have the BIOS chip here, pin number 1, so leg number 8 will be here. Let's check it quickly. And we have what? We have kilo ohms, tens of kilo ohms and rising, so nice. And then we have some big coils here. Is it charging coil? Most likely. There's a battery connector here. Do we have a short here? No, we don't have a short. There's something here as well. It's in kilo ohms, so that's looking good. Any other coils here? I don't see anything here. We have two coils here, so let's check this one. And we have 40 ohms, quite low, but not bad. I mean, if it's like a memory or something, maybe that's probably fine. And this one, okay, that's kilo ohms, so maybe 3.3 or 5 volts, I'm guessing. By the way, oh, okay, if I remove this plastic screen, let me measure the other one. Jesus. I'll do it on this side. And we have a dead short almost. I would say dead short. So that's not the good news. So we have short here. I don't see any other coils. We checked the BIOS chip. So I think we found the fault right now. But what I also noticed, not sure if you can see it, but we have something like it looks like a drop of sweet liquid or something, but actually I believe this is like a melted plastic film, so it's not something you can remove. And if we go like under it, we can see something here, and I mean, I don't see very well, we'll see under the microscope, but to me it looks like a capacitor, and it looks like something is wrong with it, definitely. So, I mean, are we that lucky and is it just a capacitor? That would be lovely, that would be great if we could fix the motherboard like this and then hopefully the keyboard working. That would be a really quick fix. Mostly me talking and not doing stuff. So yeah, I could probably just remove it and see if it helps, like even in this view from the camera. But let's go maybe under the microscope. We'll see this capacitor most likely, and then remove it, and then we'll get back here and see if the short is gone. Like burn mark or corrosion or something here. Anyway, it looks shorted as hell. So yeah, I mean, I'm not even bothered checking with the thermal camera or voltage injection. Let's remove it. The only problem I see is replacing it, because I don't have a board view. Most likely there's no board view for this board. I will check, but there's no for D15, so I'm guessing there's no for D16 either. Yeah, let's remove it and see if the short is gone. Let me put some flux on it. A little bit flux, like so. That's a lot of flux actually, but that's okay. That's perfectly fine. Soldering iron, getting up to temperature, putting some solder on the iron. Yeah, we'll take it from this side. Okay, tweezers, and we can try to, maybe this way. I'll push it this. Let's put some solder on. And it's gone. Okay. So I'll take it away. Sticky. Okay. And let's get back under the camera and see if the short is gone. Alright, and we are back. Let's go into resistance mode real quick, grab some ground and check our coil. And as you can see, we have kilo ohms, and that's great. So I think it's safe to power on the laptop, but before we do that, let's quickly put the heatsink back on just in case it starts, which I hope for actually. So the heatsink is here. Let's quickly screw it back. This is just for test. We can do the thermal paste later if it works. And you know, even if it works, as I said, it doesn't mean the keyboard will work. Right now I won't bend it back because I don't want to like break something even more. If it's, I mean, in case it's not already broken, I don't want to make it even worse by trying to straighten it up, flatten it up. So yeah, let's take the power supply with a meter and let's see what the power draw is and if we have the 20 volts, if it negotiates 20 volts. And we have 20 volts. And is it starting? Probably not, but the power draw is a bit too much without the battery. Or maybe it's not starting the fans yet. Is it starting? Or is something shorted still. Doesn't look like it's starting. Okay, that's a bad sign. Oh, so the CPU is actually starting. I mean, it's getting warm at least. But no fan spin, that's not a good sign. Huh. Is it starting? Maybe there's no picture simply. But no fan spin as well. That's suspicious. Oh, and we have a picture, guys. And we have a picture. Battery is not detected. That's fine. I don't care. Oh, and Windows is loading because I haven't removed the SSD and the fan is spinning. So we're back in the game, guys. So yeah, let me assemble the laptop and see if the keyboard works. If it works, then we're good to go. Thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments what you think about this repair. And since you made it till the end of the video, I'm pretty sure it's worth smashing that subscribe button.